Welcome to the YouTube channel, Learning Has No Limit, where today we embark on a profoundly important journey. We are tackling a universal human experience: how to cultivate positivity during difficult times. Life, in its unpredictable ebb and flow, guarantees seasons of hardship, personal loss, professional setbacks, global crises, or internal battles with anxiety and doubt. In these moments, positivity is not about plastering a fake smile over pain or denying the reality of suffering. It is, instead, a courageous practice of resilience. It is the deliberate choice to tend to the small light within, even when the storm outside seems overwhelming. Think of it not as a destination, but as a compass, a set of actionable tools that can guide you through the darkest valleys toward a place of strength and growth. This is not about avoiding the darkness, but about learning to navigate it with grace. Our first, and perhaps most critical, step is the practice of radical acceptance. Difficult times often come with a heavy burden of resistance. We rail against the reality, thinking, this shouldn't be happening, or, it's not fair. This mental fight against what is drains an enormous amount of emotional energy, leaving us exhausted and stuck. Positivity begins the moment we consciously decide to accept our present circumstances, not as something we approve of, but as the current factual landscape from which we must operate. Acceptance is not surrender, it is clarity. It is saying, this is hard, this hurts, and it is my current reality. Now, from this point, what can I do? By grounding yourself in acceptance, you stop fighting the waves and start learning how to swim. You reclaim the energy once spent on denial and anger, and that energy becomes the very fuel for your resilience. From that foundation of acceptance, we can then engage in the powerful act of perspective shifting. Our brains are naturally wired with a negativity bias, a survival mechanism that amplifies threats. In crisis, this can make the world feel like an entirely hostile place. Here, we must actively train our attention. This doesn't mean ignoring problems, but rather widening our field of vision. Practice a daily hunt for the good. It can be as simple as the warmth of sunlight on your skin, a kind word from a friend, a task you completed, or the simple fact that you have air to breathe. Gratitude is the most potent tool for this shift. Keep a journal and write down 3 specific things you are grateful for each day. Over time, this rewires your brain to scan the environment for opportunities and blessings alongside the challenges, fundamentally altering your emotional experience. It reminds you that even in the bleakest chapter, there are still sentences of hope and beauty. Next, we must address the stories we tell ourselves. In difficulty, our inner critic often takes the microphone, narrating a tale of failure, helplessness, and doom. Positivity requires you to become the editor of that narrative. This is called cognitive reframing. When you catch yourself thinking, I can't handle this, pause and reframe it, this is incredibly challenging, and I am learning how to handle it step by step. Change, my life is falling apart, to, I am being forced to rebuild, and I can create something stronger. Look for the, and, in your story. I lost my job, and this is an opportunity to reassess my true passions. By changing the language, you change your emotional reality. You move from a victim of circumstances to an active participant in your own story, finding agency and learning even within the struggle. An essential, yet often overlooked, pillar of positivity is purposeful action. Anxiety and despair thrive in stagnation. When we feel trapped, helplessness grows. The antidote is movement, however small. Break your overwhelming situation into the tiniest, most manageable steps. Can't fix your career today? Update your LinkedIn profile. Feeling isolated? Send one thoughtful text. Overwhelmed by a messy house? Clean for just 5 minutes. Each small action is a declaration to your psyche. I am not powerless. I have influence here. This creates momentum, a sense of control, and tangible evidence of progress. The action itself is less important than the message it sends, that you are an active force in your own life. Completing microtasks builds a ladder out of the pit of paralysis, rung by rung. Furthermore, we cannot nurture a positive mind in a neglected body and spirit. Difficult times are draining, and self-care is not indulgence, it is non-negotiable maintenance. This means protecting your sleep, moving your body in ways that feel good, and nourishing yourself with healthy food. It means setting boundaries with draining people or news cycles. It also means incorporating micro moments of joy and calm into your day, a few minutes of deep breathing, listening to a favorite song, spending time in nature. Think of yourself as a vessel. If you are cracked, depleted, and running on empty, you have nothing to give, not even to yourself. By consistently topping up your own reserves with compassion, you build the physical and emotional stamina needed to endure and eventually overcome. Importantly, positivity is not a solo mission. Our instinct in pain is often to retreat and isolate, but connection is a lifeline. Reach out. Share your burden with trusted friends, family, or a professional. Simply voicing your fears can diminish their power. Moreover, helping others, even in a small way, can provide profound perspective and purpose. Volunteer, check on a neighbor, offer a genuine compliment. This shifts your focus from your own problems to your capacity for contribution. It reminds you of your inherent value and connects you to the broader tapestry of humanity. You realize you are not alone in your suffering, and in that solidarity, there is immense strength and comfort. Your support network is your anchor, let it hold you steady. Finally, embrace the long view. This is about cultivating hope, which is the belief that the future can be different and better. Look back on your own life. You have survived 100% of your worst days so far. Recall past challenges and acknowledge the strength, wisdom, or unexpected turns they brought. This difficult time is a chapter, not the whole book. Practice envisioning a future beyond this pain, not in a delusional way, but as a North Star to guide small, present actions. Trust in your own resilience, a resilience that is woven into the fabric of being human. Have faith that just as winter always gives way to spring, this period of contraction will eventually lead to a new season of growth, one where you emerge not just restored, but transformed, with deeper empathy, greater wisdom, and a more authentic kind of strength. So, to our incredible, learning has no limit, community, remember this: positivity in the storm is the ultimate act of learning and growth. It is the practice of acceptance, the discipline of perspective, the editing of your story, the power of tiny actions, the necessity of self-care, the courage of connection, and the faith of the long view. You are being forged in fire, and though it is painful, you have within you everything you need to not only endure but to learn, adapt, and ultimately, shine brighter for having passed through the darkness. Keep learning, keep growing, and remember, your limit is not defined by your circumstances, but by the boundless potential of your spirit. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.